Welcome to Latinas Unmasked.
The title is Revenge on Abusive Boyfriend.
Oh, that sounds more like
Promising.
a telenovela revenge. I want to listen.
Very promising. Okay, let's see. I made the mistakes years ago of dating and living with a very verbally abusive guy on and off for about 2 years. He was an extreme control freak. He had a job where he was required to travel almost 100% of the time to other states, so he would be gone for 4 to 5 days every week. The corporate office where his boss was located was in another state. He didn't want to travel because he couldn't control me if he wasn't home. So he would talk to customers over the phone instead of traveling to their location. However, he still wanted the thousands of dollars in expense money that he was used to getting every month. This was 30 years ago, so technology was still somewhat primitive. He would fabricate receipts and create fake expense reports to submit. Whoa, damn. His boss kept requesting the original copies of his receipts, and he would spend hours on the phone with them arguing until they would finally just let it go and pay him. He did this for at least a year, so it ended up being a lot of money, over 50,000
Wow.
at that time. Wow. Damn.
You know, when you put in the effort,
Of being a bad human being.
you can gain the money.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Be a fraud, but do it right, you know. After I left him and he was safely in a new place, I waited a few months and called his boss and told them what he was doing.
Whoa. No, but that, I mean. Okay.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, that is badass. Okay. I knew my ex-neighbor and I ran into him a couple of years after that. The neighbor told me the sheriff and FBI showed up at my ex's house and he was charged with fraud and embezzlement. I don't know if he went to jail, but of course he lost his job and his house and car and had to file bankruptcy. It was a sweet revenge.
But I mean, what kind of person makes you, to be with a person that does bad things or illegal things and just tell the truth when you are already not involved with him,
Well, I mean, considering that she said he was abusive to her. I mean,
right. I forgot
remember,
that part.
he did all of that. I mean, he did that to profit himself. But first and foremost, he did it because he didn't want to go away because he could not control her then.
Right.
So
Sorry, I forgot that
being
part.
in this abusive situation where he was so controlling, and then, first of all, it takes guts to leave such a relationship. I read in an article, I think, that it takes someone like 7 attempts to leave an abusive relationship.
7.
7.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
that is so. Congratulations to her to leave the relationship, and getting that sweet revenge and just doing something that is actually even right. I mean, she reported him. Oh, it's just, honestly, I love it. I mean, well done. Like,
Like, applause.
Yeah.
Energy. Yeah.
seriously, I think it's badass.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just think it must be so satisfying when you see the effect of karma working, on the person who has done, not the right choices.
I mean, yeah, that must have felt so good. I mean, as I said, and I'm pretty sure all of the money that he gained from it, he probably, well, he never shared it with her, obviously, but also maybe even used it against her in some form. So must have felt so good. Top comment. Congratulations and well done. He had it coming. Yes. And people replied under that he only had himself to blame. If you've been there, if you've been there, if you had seen it, I'm like, what?
Sorry. If you had been there, if you had seen it, if you had felt it. I don't know. Oh, man.
Like, I'm I'm sorry.
If you had been his wife, if you'd have been the worker, the employer, the boss, if you know what I mean. If you'd been there, if you would be him, if you'd be.
If you would be just, so poetical. Next comment says.
Okay, you did that was the comment.
That was it.
Oh my god,
That was all.
Oh my god. Okay, next comment.
That's why he was staring at it like, what do you want to say with that?
Okay, we don't get it. Okay, next comment.
Next comment. You're an inspiration. All I did to an abusive husband was scrub the toilet with his toothbrush and put it back in the holder. Then I walked out the door and his life.
Okay.
I would count that as petty revenge,
Right.
but in a good way, kind of. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
It seems
so
insignificant,
disgusting.
but it's not. But
that's a foolproof way to never get back with your ex, because you just have to think about the fact that he's brushing his teeth with a toothbrush that was, that you just dipped in the toilet. So even when you were close to him and you felt that attraction, you would be like, oh.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Like
Oh
I couldn't kiss you ever again.
No, never, ever again. So someone replied to that. That's pretty awesome too. Good job. And someone else wrote, congratulations on being able to escape this controlling and manipulating freak. Always make sure you leave the piece of shit the first time he hits you and never look back. Yeah.
So, petty revenge or genius comeback? I think it would be like a genius comeback.
I think it is a pretty genius comeback, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, all she did was just, make the office aware of the things he was doing, and he was rightfully charged.
Exactly.
So I think that is pretty genius. And she can just walk out of his life and be like, well, my conscience is clear.
Exactly.
Because, actually, if you think about it, let's say that would have come out in a different way, not via her or something. Who knows? Maybe this could have been falling back on her and he would have claimed that she was somehow involved or anything. So she even saved herself by doing this, because then he cannot claim her to be any part of this.
Yeah.
So, genius. Well done. Well done.